downloading it. So I'm just typing here. I have already told you how to download it. So once again I'm just typing it as Tableau all releases, and I'm going to all releases here. The version which I have downloaded already, which I am having in my system, is 2021.1. Okay, 2021.1. So let me go down there for my 2021.1. See, 2021.1, no, which I said. And I'll show you something else also today. See, this is 2021.1, right? So let me go here, view all the Tableau features. Just I have clicked upon here. So it will show. See, if you wanted to see what has been updated, not only in this version, whatever has been updated, you can able to see here. It is asking you to see this video, so that they'll explain you what and all is a new in this version, or what they have updated. A quick view they can able to show you here, like Einstein discovery in the Tableau. And it means some kind of calculations, I can say. And quick LODs. See, LOD is like nothing but level of detail. That is one of the function in Tableau. So quickly, how can we do that? Has been included in this version, it seems. And new unfiled notifications, like new notifications also they have included in this, it seems. So what we have to do is, we'll just go down like this way. One second, we'll be having, there is a download option for this current version. uh, we'll do one thing. We'll just go back once again. In 2020.1 also, so many will be there. I just wanted to show all of them to you, so that's why I have. See, this is the one which you have to go through. Release notes are there, no? So there, what I said, this one, no, this one I have already. In this also, what I am having is 2020.1. So which is, one second, yeah, which is this one. Can you able to see when I'm scrolling, so many are there, right? So what I'll do is, I'll just go here somewhere. I'll just 21.1.8 time. In that point one also, again the eighth version. See, we recommend you to use the new maintenance released version, which is the fresh version. It is asking us to download, but we are concentrated on this one only, no? 2021.1.17 or 18, whatever it may be. Product released and support. See, encourage multi-factor MFA. This is, see what it is saying. We recommended using the newest maintenance release of this version, so which contains additional fixes, it seems. If you want, you can go with that. If not, see, come here and download here, because which I said is point 0.8, right? So when I immediately I have clicked upon that. If you are using a window or a Mac, choose according to you. I am using Windows, so I have clicked over here, like download the latest version. Let's see what it will show you now. Yeah, it is asking me to start a free trial. It's getting loaded. See, sometimes it will automatically download when I am when I am try to open my application. Then it will ask me to give these all these details. If not, sometimes it will ask here itself. Just for the sample, I'll give you here to download. No need of business email. Just you can give the uh, you know your any of your Gmail. Organization will put just Gautham IT. and we'll give a company size is 21 to 200. Give anything. If you wanted to give this also fine. Then here there will be a student option also, if you can see. You can give, or else other you can put, or IT, anything, no issues. If you put anything also, they'll just give you a trial version. So you're from India, and job role you can give analyst, or if you're trying for anything also. This is optional, I guess. This is not needed. If you want, you can give. If not, also you can just leave. It is asking me to give, so that let me give this number 03607. If sometimes any security reason, if it is not asking you to, it is not taking, or see, can you able to see it is getting downloaded? If it is not taking your mobile number, because many versions if you have downloaded for practice and all, just try to give your mother or father or your siblings or spouses details, so easily it will get downloaded. No issues, your data will not be get spoiled anywhere. Just for their trial version purposes, they'll be having their own requirements, right, to take our personal details. So accordingly they'll follow. Okay, it is taking time. Let's wait for few minutes. It will load. So once it is done, we'll start explaining you how again I'll be. uh, so you can able to see, right? So for now what I'll do is I'll just share my whole screen so that you can understand from where I'm opening. Or else now you can able to see here, right, which has been downloaded. Just I'm saying that open. Just I said open for that. And let me. No worries, I'm sharing another window for you. So that's why I have. Yeah, you can able to see, right? So this window has been appeared for me when I immediately have said open to that file, downloaded file. Then I said run for that. I said run for that. So now the Tableau will open. Let me share that one also. So you can able to see, right, this will come. So I you have to check this box. It means that you have accepted all the terms which has been given by the Tableau. So now the Tableau is acquired by the Salesforce people. Anyway, these all things. So you can give the permission to allow this app to make a changes in your device. Then only it will get downloaded in your system. It means if not downloaded, it is already downloaded. So until installation will happen here. So that you can see it is in progress. Let it get started. It will take a little time. No issues. We'll see, because this is also important for you whenever. See, now you can understand, no? So at the same time I can use, at the same time means, see, for 14 days I can use one version, after 14 days I can use another option. Likewise, many versions I can use, not only for a year, many days I can use it after a year also, because in the 2021.1 itself many are there. Again in the 2020.2, same, so many are there. I guess this updated version has been downloaded for me, I guess, because you can able to see 2022.2. So I didn't see that. That's okay, anything is okay for us to do that. But you can try this way to download. I have showed you how to go to a all releases and all these things. Can you able to see, this is what they're asking me, like start your trial now. I'll choose, I'll click upon here. So it is loading. See why it is giving these many options is like, see, it is automatically took my email ID. I said yes. So for that again, it is asking me to register. Sometimes it will see if my registration is completed. I told you already, no, I have registered already in the website, so it will not ask me once again to register. If suppose sometimes it will get directly downloaded for you, but maybe the registration will be here or there. And can you able to see on my home screen? Though this version is, see, anyway this version is the new version which I have downloaded one, but what all the things what I have done are in my system which is there, so those all will come and sit in my user interface main page. Okay, connection page, it will be available for that. Okay, so this is the way you can download many versions, whatever you want, which version you want, everything you can download, and you can practice for many days or many months and years as well. And all those works, if you are saving in your system in the workbook section of a Tableau repository file, then those all will be easily available here itself. And one more thing I just wanted to tell you is, all the time if you wanted to do a fresh sheet, just don't go here for the Microsoft Excel all the time. Anyway, if you are using the sample superstore, this is for that. Okay, I'm mentioning once again, if you're using already a Tableau given data sample which is sample superstore, then just click upon here. It will automatically open, connect the sample superstore, and no need to go all the time here and there and choosing this one. And for a time saving for your practice also, I'm telling you. Okay, this is the one I told you I'll tell you today. I mean that yesterday only, but some recording issue came, so that's why we didn't complete that. So now what I'll explain is like how see, we'll just I'll try to show this one only now. See, I'm clicking here sample superstore, that saved data sources, because the data source has been given by the Tableau only. So automatically by upon one click itself, the data source page or a sheet page will get downloaded, loaded for us. See, it is not taking me to the data source page. Could you able to see that it is not taking me to the data source page? Automatically it has shifted me to a sheet page, right? Usually when we connect the data, it will ask us to stay in the data source page. Then after giving the blending or joinings here in the sample superstore user interface of a data source page, then we can move to a sheet of any of the sheet or name sheet or unnamed sheet, anything sheet, just sheet. Before going to worksheet, we have to do something joinings and all, so that's where data source will page open. But when I have clicked on a save data sources, it will come directly ask me, directly take me to a sheet now. So anyway, this way we can connect by by upon a single click, by clicking where you can click there. So just on saved sample superstore. Okay, yeah. And coming here, so I'll show you something else here. Observe carefully. When I told you already, when I told you, see, profit ratio, these all things has been already been used by created by the sample superstore, given by the saved data sources by the Tableau only. Ignore that. Now I wanted to show you is what has been already created by a Tableau. Okay, let's show you that by using that Microsoft Excel, not this one. What I'll do is I'll just go here to the home, and I'll go to a data source page. Let me remove all these people's returns from here, because they made some joins and they made a relation between these all things. So we just keep only the orders, so that there will be no confusion here, right? This is fine, right? uh, Forgot about these things also, no issues. See, there will be automatically generated things in the Tableau in the measures and dimension section also. So that one I'm going to talk now, which is nothing but a measure names. here in the dimensions, if you can see, these are all there in the data source only. All this location related, I mean the geographical related thing, product related thing, date type and everything, order id, order date, segment, ship date, ship mode, and all these things. But if you can go to the data source page, not now, I'm not going to show that now, because you can able to see when you are practicing, because many times I have already explained about the data source. So if you go and see, there will not be no column or a field will not be available with this name, which is so called a measure names. Okay, if you can see here, or else in the excel sheet is already readily available in your systems also. With this name, there is no column will be available. This column has been created by the Tableau automatically for us. Why it is used, I'll tell you, but for now I'll tell you what and all will be created automatically by the Tableau. Longitude and latitude also, I told you already. Longitude and latitude has been created by the Tableau only, because how it is creating, when, if your data may be having a region or state or anything area related thing, so automatically it will create. Then you will be asking me a next question. If suppose my data is not having such kind of information, yes, still it will create. When upon you are doing something, and if you see, we can able to change the data source into many different types of data sources, right? So in that case it will be useful. So that's why, in that case this will be useful. So that's why automatically longitude and latitude also will be generated by the Tableau only. And you can able to see some other things also. Account will be created by the Tableau only, and here also measure values. Don't get confused. Measure names, if you can able to see created by the Tableau, it means it is related to the dimensions, and you can see a blue mark for that, which is a string type of data. And when you can see a measure values with a green color again with the hash mark, then that is a number type of data, and it is in the dimension part. And one more thing you can able to see is this one, which is the Tableau created names will be in the italic mode. Can you able to see that this font is normal font? When you see measure names, longitude, latitude, orders, and the measure values, this is in the italic font, right? Then I'll tell you now what can be done with this. So I'm dragging this measure names to the rows. Then you can see what is there in this. No measure values, it seems. So let me get this measure values into the text. So then it gave me the value. When I bought a measure names first to the rows, nothing it has been given, right? Let me cancel this. So take this measure names into the column, then it will show. Let's see. I'm just dragging it up. So no measure value, it seems. If you give a measure value, then it will able to show us what is there in it. Can you observe some difference? So once again I'll do something for you. Drag it anywhere wherever you want measure names into the rows or measure values into the columns. So first we'll do this one, and see, there is a graphical column representation has been given by the Tableau. I'm just clicking the text for this so that you can able to see what is what and all. So before explaining what has happened here, so let me give you a table view so that we can understand very easily. I'm just taking here to the rows and measure values into the text, or just directly to here, so it will show. And give the entire view here. Let's see what. Let it keep here so that I'll, for explanation it will look good for me. So what and all the measure values, like what is present over here, all total these things I can able to see. It means like discount is there. Count of orders. It means in my whole data, how many rows are there? I can say count of orders is nothing but in the data source page, how much data they have given. That records also will be available in this view. Okay, and the discount. What is the discount measure? What are the measures will be available over here? Discount is also one of them. So discount, a profit ratio, quantity, sales. So these are the total sales has been happened. This is the profit has been recorded for this data source which has been given by the Tableau. So this way we can understand the whole data, what is present and what we are analyzing. So by upon using these options we can understand. See why this is useful, why I'm telling now. So in the if you come to the real time when you're doing a project, okay, and again the same questions, you will be occupying someone's place, or you're new to a project, or you have to give your project to someone else. In that case, easily what exactly the data is consisting of, okay. So obviously when they give a requirement, you have to understand the requirement. It will take a time, right? So that is the see, to go just a step above and to understand this very easily, the thing with Tableau is already giving us, no need to use our brains also in this case. Just simply you can drag the measure names and you just drag the measure values also. There will be a table. Maybe I'm using only 10,000 records in this data source, which I am having are only 10,000 records. If you have your project is 1 lakh records, also no issues. When you are able to connect the data, then obviously whole records will be able to show here. The number is able to show. That's the reason I have asked you to create only the table. It means that automatic in the marks card. If you want to see this bar graph and yes, you can also, okay. But why I have chosen upon the sim, because you wanted to know how many records are there. Because maybe huge data is there, your manager asked you to cut that record to some GB or MB something, the data type they'll give us, the size of the data they'll ask us to maintain. So in that case, according to your manager words and according to the requirement also, in the requirement maybe you need some more cells also. So how to trim the data also, how you can understand in a very short time to perform the analysis. So this way we can do that. This is a very tricky part where you can use in your real time to get work done very easily, and you can give the report like this much data I need to do this work. Or else one more important thing also you can do by using this, you can extract your data, okay. By upon seeing this, okay, these many are there, no, in that I don't need all the sales records or a profit. Suppose the requirement is all about a profit and sales ratio, that's it, quantity ratio, discount, all these things, and count of orders. It means the rows also not in a matter for you, number of records also not a matter for you, because only two columns when you are needed. What is the use of this count of orders, because all the profit and sales you wanted, right, to showcase your analysis. So in that case what I'll do, I'll just choose a extract one, because I need to publish anyway and work done time is also very less when you're using extract option. What I'll do is I'll just go to extract option, I'll create a filters upon my requirement, which is showing only related profit and sales values. So I'll just create a filter for profit and sales in my extract and I'll just use it. That is very, isn't it looking very easy? Yes. So that's the reason these all already created fields of a tableau in our worksheet will be useful for us. Those will be identified with the names is nothing but a measure values, measure names, order count. And order count is nothing but all the time the number of rows or a number of data, how much it is there, so it will show you. If you wanted to see only single values also, yes you can. But why I have dragged here is I wanted to show you this difference. See, when you drag the measure values to all your worksheet at the same time, can you able to see it didn't occupy the mark space. It has been created one one another chamber for this marks value. It is looking like a marks card only, but only empty empty space, and it is talking about only the measure values. Can you able to see this? It is talking about measure values, and you can see this new calculations, clear the shelf, select all, hide and all. So these are the, again, the options which can be used while upon we are using a measure values. So when, see, I told you now my requirement is about profit and sales. In that case what I'll do, so I understand all the content over here when I'm doing, so I'm new to a project, so this is what I'll do. So I come here, I saw this, so I understand by upon reading my requirement, by attending my call, I understand this. So what I'll do is I'll just drag out whatever I don't need here. I don't need the orders because all the orders should be there in my data. So what I need, profit and sales, so discount is not needed here, so I'll drag this out. I don't need a profit ratio also. I don't need quantity. How much quantity has been going every day. I don't need this. So I want only these two. So my work is all about these two. Okay. This much is there. So again, I'll understand the requirement. Okay, these much according to this sales number and all, I have to work on my data. So by this way I can understand the requirement also very easily, and you'll get some idea how and what you can do in the data source page, because analysis can be done by anyone after your practice, or by using this show me map or using your brains or something. But this is all tricky where you have to play everything, all your act is there here in the data source page only. How you actively do your work in the source page, the performance of your workbook is that fast. When you use a many filters or when you use a live connection, your performance will be very low, and again you have to read whole performance and run your performance, and again you have to know your mistakes, again you have to rectify it, again you have to do a QA. These all things will come and sit in your head if you're not look it upon your data before the requirement. So this is a good idea to go all the time to see what is present in your data immediately after connecting to the data source. Then you just go back here, I mean that first sheet only, you just have a look at. Once you're doing this good practice, then you will be very familiar with your data, and going forward, you didn't even require this one also. Easily you can understand by upon seeing the data over here, the number of records I told you, how many records will be there, the those all things will be available here, I told you, right? See, these many records are there. If you don't want them, you can extract them. So here you can understand that, okay, I don't then you can perform. So this is the way of order when in the real time, sorry, the real time demands you to do this is the real process where you, if you follow this, then the work will be very simple and systematic. So you'll be coming back to the data source. What you'll do here, if the joins is required or relationship is required or blending is required in primary data source or secondary data source is required, in that also some other tables, or if you required any custom SQL you have to maintain. So those all things you can do upon coming back after seeing the measure names and measure values already has been given by the Tableau. Then you can make a live and extract connections also. If you are going with the extract connection, I have already mentioned this, you have to import your data into your systems engine. Thereas again you have to save the data, that is all separate part. Actually you should be having your current organizations related permissions and all, that is separate thing. And coming to the class, this is the way you can understand the data. Okay, and coming to remaining thing and all, see, I didn't until now I didn't explain you how we can cosmetically design this Tableau. It means that nothing else. Let me open this sheet once again. What I'll do is I'll just drag the subcategory versus sales. Okay, so this is the one, right? So what I'll do is I'll just create a line map for this for now, and I'll give the labels. So what I'll do is I'll just go to an analytics tab. So there will be a two tabs, I have already explained. So I'm going here in the analytics tab. Here I have already used a trend line, right? I have already used a trend line. So one second, it has been disappeared. Let me go back and see whether it is giving or not. Let me take a profit. Profit versus, we'll just go up and take a region here. Anything you can take, it's not like mandatory to take only these fields. Upon your interest, and when you wanted to do anything, yes you can. Let me solve this first because it has been not highlighted here in my system. Let me see. I'll take a order date now. What I'll do is I'll just convert this into a continuous part, which is MMY or MDY. Okay. Uh, yes, it has been highlighted now. So I'll do a easy part now. What I'll do is I'll just go with the year only for now, and no, here I'll just go with. I have converted this. What we'll do is we'll just go and see only uh, month wise data. Okay. So observe clearly. I have my data is like related to central, east, and south and west. I'll just give a little complicated one here. What I'll do is I'll just bring the region into the filter. So I'll be concentrated on here some two regions only, because you'll understand why I took only two regions. Let's see here in this two regions there is a data from 2019 to 2023 also, a future results also there. Let's see. What I'll do is I'll just get this forecast. See, when I'm dragging it, it is all in my worksheet. You just have a look at here. I'll just bring this forecast here. I have already explained trend line, so that's why I'm explaining the forecast now. And you heard it maybe. If you don't know, I'll just give a brief about this forecast word, which is nothing but estimation. Like, uh, if suppose this is also a rainy season, right? When you watch a news, they'll be giving information like tomorrow there may be a drizzling may happen, or so much pouring may happen. These all things will be given by some this climate related organizations will give some forecasting, right? So for example, this is, see, 1 minute, it is not coming. Let me drag once again. I'm just going back once again. I'm dragging this. Yeah, see, it is just all about estimation. That's it. See, you can see a blue mark, light blue color came, and that too I have choose the line graph, right? But you can see a area here only for this part, and that too 2024. See, I don't have a 2024 data in my system. Let me show you once again. See here, until 23 only it is there. So for now what I'll do is I'll just give this show filter here. I'll just remove the east also. Let only the west data should be there here. Now you can able to see how many years has been present very clearly in this view. I'll take an entire view. See, there is only until 2023. See, until December 2022. They have created a data, but it is empty. So that's why 2023 you can able to see. Now what I'll do is I'll see the forecast for this profit ratio. See, from 2023 to 2024, somewhere it has been created December. Until the 2024 start time, it has been given me some estimation. Yeah, let's see here and read the results. So it is giving in the west region the estimation part for the 2023, a month of January you can take, which is 4172 it seems. And this is exactly it is giving. And when you see this area chart, the light color one and light color one, you can see up and down. In between you can see a line which is nothing but a exactly estimation. This is exactly estimation. This may you may can reach this one, and obviously finally ultimately this is estimation only. And you can see this one, possible lowest profit. Possible lowest profit, it means there is no loss, but somewhat there will be a profit. You can see until here it is showing means 1000. Okay, 1000k maybe 1k may be possible. Okay, highest profit is until here only it is estimating in the future. It means like somewhere around 8.2k. Okay, so why this area graph is coming is nothing but it is showing the lowest value and highest value of a estimation, and the middle range a line which is showing up on is like exactly this may can happen, exactly this may can happen. And when comes to the lowest and highest, and this is the way it will show up. So by upon using this forecasting or a trend line, I have explained already, forecasting you can showcase this way, so that they can take a future decision, so they can continue their sales in the west region or not. So when they wanted to see for a south region, they'll just click here. See, I just applied for only west, right? Then how it is giving for a south and all? When I have took a region, total region in the columns, it means that whole data whatever it is present in this view will be having this forecast option. Okay, if I didn't take here only in the filters I took and I have applied only filter for west region, then it will not. Okay, but automatically all my regions will be having the forecast line now. You can see, right? For everything you can see. So in this way, what you can do is when you get a chance to do this kind of analysis, you, and that too for only one region, just select this but give the filter option, so that when and all it is needed, your client or your manager can play with these options. They can select and deselect and see how the other regions also working. And you know, anyway, keep and exclude options also I showed. So accordingly you can, and you, they just wanted to see only estimate also, they can. Okay, they can see that estimation. So this way we can understand how the future sales or profit or future trends of our project related data. So now this is also a cosmetic part. And one more thing what I wanted to show is you can able to see a grid lines, right? In this example only I'll show you everything. You can able to see some grid lines, right? In this, how, see, suppose you don't wanted to see this grid lines, what you have to do, just give a right click on this plain space and just go to a format, and here everything is there. For a wordings, if you wanted to give any, for the all the text you are able to see here on your worksheet. If you wanted to do anything for a whole worksheet, if you wanted to change a font for whole worksheet, if mean, if whatever you are given here, suppose I want all bold, okay, and all should be on italic, everything should have a underline, and all the time my worksheet should have a 12 is my minimum and nominal number size. And whenever I'll just use this particular worksheet, every time my color will be this dark red of my only text, only text. How can you understand I'm changing only text? Just come upon here, just have a look at here. When there is an icon which is showing a mark with a box, it means that the changes which you are doing only for a text part of this particular worksheet only. When you are typing anything here, now these all things what I have applied already, by upon choosing these options, will be available only in this worksheet. If I am going to another worksheet, this will not be working for that. This is only for this worksheet, not for whole workbook. If you wanted to change for that worksheet, again you have to give all your requirements there, how the font looks and what is the color you want and all. Again you say for a pane, see this all the, see when I'm keeping my cursor you can able to see separate sections, right? So this is called as pane. So when you wanted to change a particular pane, you can. And coming to the header, when you wanted to change a header, then we'll take something a good one. I just don't want a bold for this. see, when I'm changing for tooltip and header also, it will get changes for remaining things also. That's why make sure when you are changing for header and pane or a tooltip and title, it all should reflect in the worksheet. Okay. And I'm going to a tooltip. For a tooltip also, you know what is tooltip, no worries, I'll just hover here. So when I'm, see, my tooltip is also showing now. Let's see, I don't select anything, I just kept see, now nothing is changing. It means that for a tooltip and worksheet format, there is no correlation between these two. But when you change the header, automatically the worksheet related information, the underline, bold and everything is changing. When I'm changing for tooltip, it is not changing, right? So I don't want everything, I want only bold in my tooltip. Let's hover here in the worksheet, come to the worksheet, hover somewhere else, see, only bold it is showing. Suppose my tooltip is not consisting of this bold, only italic I want, then see, right? So this way you can change your format for the text. And coming here, the alignment, this is all about alignment, how your pane should look, how the header should look. Automatic, already automatic will be there. If not, you can set it in the middle, or this way you want, this way or this way. Okay. So there will be already default options. If not, you just go simply here, you can customize, or you can keep a automatic here also. Okay, when you change something, this automatic option will not be highlighted with a blue mark, which if you give any changes this way, see, that automatic blue mark has been disappeared. Again, if you wanted to change that, just click upon here, the color will come and sit on back of this automatic option, so that you understand that you didn't give any changes. By upon looking someone's work also, you can understand he didn't give any changes to this format. Okay. And this way you can change everything, totals and grand totals also. See, filling the colors, if you wanted to fill the colors for your whole worksheet, see, back of my worksheet is something else, right? For every organization, they have their own background colors. Okay, they'll maintain some colors, they'll give you a color code or palette codes also, accordingly you can use. For now I am giving some light color here, so this way. So now you're getting right how the dashboards will be looking that good and all. So this way they'll do, this is the way of formatting shadings and all they'll do. And when you want a pane colors also, you can give it. So for a pane, I want this light blue color. You got it now. See, whole, the above one which I have changed is some pink color, so this is nothing but a sheet color, don't get confused. The background which you are able to see a light pink is worksheet color. This is default for some organizations. See, some x and y z organizations will be there, few of them will ideally use for every project, they'll be having some color palette. Okay. So that the other industries will came to know that from which organization this all analysis came. So that is also a good part to know, so that's why I'm mentioning here. And coming to the paints and all, see, you can change, you can keep any color according to your skill. This is all about your skill, but this cannot be changed if your organization stick to one color. Okay. And for a header also, you can give any color, whatever the color if you want, you can give. So again, these all things you can change. And coming here for the boxes, if you want, if you want a box, or if you don't want, you can choose a none. See, anyway, I'm not using any table here. If you are having a table, in that rows and columns will be there, no, in that case you can change. In the previous sheet I have created a table, no, you just create any table. For this also you can create table, right? For any data we can create table as well as charts. So for a chart I can show you this, so that you can understand very clearly. Let me go to the lines and all. See, when I say lines, it is nothing but these all grid lines I'm talking about. So when I don't want a grid line, just give a none. And zero lines, none. And reference lines, none. And I don't want a drop line, then none. Axis line, none. See why it is not going. If there is no trend line, how can I estimate my, what is this? Forecasting. I cannot estimate, right? I cannot estimate what are the sales, and you don't even understand because for already given data source values is having something value like 2009, 2940 or 4443 something. If I didn't use any forecasting or a trend line, yes, I'm able to remove this grid line. For now I have used it forecasting over here, so estimation value is there. For estimated value there will not be a value, it will just show you the range. To understand that range, we have to keep a trend line. So that's why, see here, it is not giving me to access to change this trend line. Why? Because I have already applied in this sheet a forecasting option. So there is no chance and no point of changing this into a without grids. So for now we'll keep that. So this way, if you wanted to change, just go here. Here again, for a sheet you wanted to change, for a row or for a column, wherever you wanted to change you can. If you wanted to clear everything, just give this clear for, and make sure. See, suppose you wanted to clear for all the font which we have created, then you have to go to this text part and clear. Don't get confused when you are when you are here and you wanted to change this and you will do clear, it will not go. All the people, usually people used to do this mistakes only in the project, and they'll say why it is not changing and all, they'll get a headache. So this is the thing they'll do in the, they'll do. So make sure when you wanted to change which one, understand that, then go to particular option, then clear that, so that only grid lines will go, or a zero lines will go, reference lines, drop lines, axis lines, trick lines, anything. Okay, accordingly we can change. You are done with it, and just go to this little mark of a close mark, then you can go to a data and you can play with the data. Let's see how it is looking. See, this way they'll present it. If you want, you just go to a Google and check other forecasting related graphs and charts and all, it will look this way only. Okay, this is all the cosmetic part. About analytics I have showed you already, and how the background lines and background colors and grid lines, how we can give the estimated values also for grid lines. If estimated value is not there, how we can remove the grid lines, and this is all about that. Yeah, this way we can keep. And suppose I'll do a duplicate for this, because I just wanted to show you the same thing in the dashboard. What I'll do is I'll just remove this line to a area, so that the two graphs we can have no same one. The sheet one I'll bring into the dashboard, and sheet two I'll bring over here. Okay, or else I'll do one thing, I'll just remove this here, I'll just get this down so that it looks good. Yes, and here for now automatic I'll give. You know, automatic gives a good view to our dashboard, I told you already. So just go to a preview session and see. So this way your dashboard looks. Okay, and if you wanted to keep a drop lines also, it is possible for this. When you go to a alignment, minimum and maximum values only you can give. Suppose you just don't wanted to concentrate on all the values in this data, so the minimum value and maximum value also you can look at. Okay, see why it is not showing here. This is minimum value, no, why? We took a profit as a measure. Always profit as a measure means the minimum value is loss, obviously not the first one. Okay, so that's why it is showing there. When you want a line pi, then see, when I want a table, anything we can change. So this is a cosmetic part of a Tableau. So that's all for today. We'll continue the class on Monday. If any class is there on tomorrow, I'll just give information on group. Thank you for attending the session.